Welcome back into another episode of MPBF Radio 3.14159 the pi. That's right, we're into math here. And I've got Double D with me. What's going on, Double D?
How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. All right, we're going to be talking about Fredi Gonzalez. Now, we've discussed this off air, and we've gone back and forth. Should we not? It's just about time. I can't take it anymore. I am done with Fredi Gonzalez. It's time for him to pack his bags and go.
I completely agree, Doc. I've had enough of him myself, as has most of Braves Nation.
This year alone makes me pull my hair out, and I don't even have to discuss what happened a couple years ago or over the past couple years. But this year alone, first of all, we know he can't settle on a lineup, and this goes for his entire management tenure. He can't settle on a lineup. It's not that difficult. There are only 9 positions you've got to put in a lineup. You got guys that you know are going to lead off well. You put your power hitters there, and then you put your scrubs towards the bottom. Am I wrong in that assessment? It's not as difficult as he's making it seem. Or is he overthinking it maybe?
He may be overthinking it, or he's obviously trying different things, which is okay. But he really does need to settle on a lineup here, and sooner rather than later.
I hope it's soon. Sooner rather than later is exactly right. His bullpen decisions as well blow my mind. I must be the only person to think that these lefty specialists are novelty pitchers. They haven't been around forever. I mean, they have, but they really haven't. They've been more prevalent in the recent years. And I feel Fredi tries to overmanage and tries to think too much and outdo himself. It's a 4-run lead. You're in the 8th inning. Nobody's on base, or one person's on base, and we got to bring in a lefty to face the lefty, and then we're going to take him out, and we're going to put the righty against the next 2 righties, and hopefully we'll get through this inning. Why not just leave the lefty in to face 3 batters? He's a pitcher. I don't get it. That would be my philosophy, but his philosophy is nowhere near that. He's made brutal pitching decisions this year, right, Double D?
I agree. From what I can tell you, over the last, I think it was 2 years ago when we had Eric O'Flaherty, he is very consistent at getting both lefties and righties out. This year and last year with Luis Avalon as our main lefty, he's been good at times at getting both righties and lefties out. But this year, from what I've read and heard, he's been struggling to get lefties out and has actually done better at getting righties out than lefties. So it's tough, but I would definitely like to see us try to obtain a lefty who can consistently get out lefties and righties. So it'll make his job a lot easier.
Not that he's going to make the correct decision if it becomes easier. That's just the hope. Well, take us back to take us back to the past couple seasons. What are some mistakes Fredi Gonzalez has made that just stand out to you over the past several seasons?
I can give you one really big decision, in my opinion, and probably in a lot of people's opinions, that was a very terrible decision. Let's go back to the year 2013 in the playoffs against the Dodgers, game number 4.
Okay.
We were trailing 2-1.
Right.
It's in the 8th inning, and we have David Carpenter coming in to pitch, leading by just 1 run, and you have Craig Kimbrell, the best closer in all of baseball, in the bullpen, warmed up, just standing there waiting, and he fails to bring him in a 1-run game in a must-win situation.
Oh, Kimbrell is on fire. Not only are the baseballs that come off of his hand, not only are those on fire, he is literally on fire, ready to come in, juiced up, ready for this playoff game.
Yeah, you just can't make that kind of mistake when you're in a must-win. Now, during the regular season, you can experiment that sort of thing. You don't necessarily need your closer for more than an inning, but when it's playoff game and it's a must-win situation, you got to at least roll the dice. If you're going to lose with your best stuff and your best pitcher. I mean, that makes no sense to me whatsoever.
One thing that I never could understand Why did it take so long to take Dan Ugla out of the lineup? Why did it take so long to put Dan Ugla on the bench?
That's an extremely good question, Doc Holliday. The only thing I can come up with is, and whether it makes sense or not, that's up to the viewers and people out there listening, but I would say that because he had such an enormous contract, he may have felt obligated to put in your highest paid player to make it feel like it was worth having him on the team and in the lineup on an everyday basis, even though he was not producing like he should have.
I don't know. I couldn't handle any more sub-Mendoza line hitting. And Fredi Gonzalez ran him out there every day like he was batting .330 and jacking 30 homers and hitting 130 RBIs. I just don't understand. We've actually got some email comments that I want to read. And here we've got Ben from Alabama, and he writes, I've wanted Fredi gone since the 2011 debacle. The main thing is that he just isn't smart enough. He causes us at least 15 games a year, and those 15 games are the difference between the playoffs and sitting at home. Okay. We've also got Catfish Rick from Georgia. Catfish Rick writes, he makes stupid decisions. But for the most part, it's the same stupid decisions all managers make, and he's actually decent at some things. He could be better, but compared to your average manager, he's fine. I'm certainly not attached to him, but I'd have to be convinced that we get someone better before I'd be in favor of a move. I'd say odds are we'd get someone who's pretty much the same. Most of them pick the same plays from the same playbook, and they just don't realize that some of the stuff in the book is stupid. Okay. What's your response, Double D?
You know, this guy's calling this guy, our manager, average. I wouldn't even call him close to average. I would say he's well below average for what the Braves need going forward.
Yeah, not even average. He's not even average. You know what? It's like I said, I'm just done with this. Terry Pendleton, come on over. Come on. Just step over from first base and just sit right here, and you're the one calling the shots. That'd be a good idea.
Yeah, I agree. He would be an excellent option as well. I think three other options I would go to would be Bo Porter, our current third base coach. I think Eddie Perez, our bullpen coach, would be an obvious good decision as well. Even though he hasn't had any experience, he's a good baseball guy, knows the game well.
Yeah, I like him too.
And then my own current suggestion would be Brian Snicker, who used to be our third base coach and is now the current Gwinnett manager. I have actually known him and seen his managing style in action while I was working as a bat boy for the then AA Greenville Braves.
All right. Well, that's all the time we have for today's show. Thanks to Ben and Rick for their emails. And you can email the show at mpbf.wp@gmail.com. Anytime, day or night. We take them all day. Anyway, MPBF Radio. For Double D, I'm Doc Holliday. We'll catch you next time on MPBF Radio.